All, and welcome to our May mixer of the SOAREX Club. Please note that all of our meetings are recorded for posterity and made available to the general public for viewing forever on our YouTube channel. And by participating in this meeting, you agree to have your words and videos recorded and that you have accepted these terms. All right, so we'll get started. I think first by asking if anybody has anything that they would like to add to the agenda. So far, the agenda consists of a bit of a discussion on Ken's part. His 10-tech Scout has gotten an overhaul, and he's going to talk a little bit about what he's done and maybe what he still plans to do or has to do with it. I'll be giving us a little update on the FDIMn North activities that are happening starting a week from today. So coming fast and furious on the 13th of May. So I'll be briefly speaking about that, and I think then we'll likely have time to go around the virtual table and talk about what's going on in each other's benches. So anything else anybody would like to have a time allocation set for? Please speak now. And if not, then we'll proceed. So, Ken, are you ready to
Yeah, I'll just
take the stage?
Get sharing here.
Okay.
Share. Entire screen. And with, no, there's no audio. So everybody see my screen?
Still blank at my end. Something did flash momentarily there.
There
it is. Got it.
Got it?
Now. Yep.
Okay, good. So I know you guys have heard me a few times talk about this, and for quite a few years I wanted to try one of these out. They're very hard to get. The band modules for them are even harder to get. Anything you see on eBay looks scratched, dent, and overpriced. A few years ago, Frank's brother had passed away, and Frank was selling off his ham gear. And when he posted up the list of what was available, I saw this right at the top of the list, and I had to jump on it. Frank packed it up, sent it out, and I think I got it within less than a week. So what I'm sharing here right now is just a screen grab off a website, and basically there's band. You guys can see my arrow?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so the band modules over here, so you can see 10 meters, 28, and then all the other digits are digital. Got a mic input, a 1/4 inch audio input. We've got volume, audio gain. The outer ring is bandwidth adjustment. Got RIT control on the middle, mic gain on the outside, power SWR, and signal strength meter. This is the main tuning. It's a PTO, and it's how would you say? There's a little tension on it, so that if you hit it by accident, it just doesn't go spinning off. We have a center off switch here. Bottom is noise blanker. Top is the tune. Next switch is center off. We got RIT on the bottom and keyer speed on the top, and then the usual power switch. On the back side, actually, yeah, on the front there's the speaker grill up here. So on the back, we got the antenna connector. We've got a switch to um, switch the meter on the front between SWR and forward power. There's an input for a set of paths. This has a built-in Curtis B keyer. There's an input for a straight key, case ground, power input, and then they also have an output to go to accessories. And on the bottom, this is a picture of mine. We have side tone volume on the bottom, and we've got our power adjustment. So if this was cranked all the way up to maximum, when you go to tune, you get about 15 watts. Uh, uh, using using a mic or a key, you would get full 50 watts. And this is what I got from Frank. So I've got the radio, 6 band modules. These are all the typical ones that they had at the time. They had special ones. They had a 12-meter one and 160. Those two were uh, limited editions, and you rarely see those around at all. Um, the radio's in great shape. There's no scratches, no dents. The module's in great shape. So the next step was, what do I do now? So I went and read a bunch of blogs. I watched a bunch of YouTube, and I happened to come across a 10 Tech Scout uh, Groups.io group, and I joined them, made a posting, introduced myself, what I had, and asked for any recommendations. A few people came back and said that uh, you have to definitely clean the band modules, and it might be a good idea to clean all the pin headers inside on the top side and the bottom side. So I started looking at that, and this is it. So this is the bottom side cover taken off, and if you actually see, they recommended taking these headers off, spray some deoxit, just work it in and out a few times. There's some RF connections as well. I did those. There's another one there. And is this where the RF is? Yes. So there's the 3 RF output transistors. The first version that came out had IRF 510s, and it wasn't too shortly after that they changed over to these. And if we look at the top side, so there's a speaker that goes under the grill. Again, more edge connectors, RF connectors. Somebody's got their microphone unmuted. And yeah, so they recommended going through all of these. I did both sides in about an hour. There's a can of deoxit, and basically just take the connector, splits a little bit inside, and work it in and out on the connector, which is, I just saw it. Yeah, right here. So it did both sides like that. Next step was the band modules. So this is what the front of it looks like. Of course, there's the band name and the frequency. And this little lever here is uh, to, once you've popped in and you want to take it out, what you do is you grab the bottom of this arm and lift it forward, and the whole module comes out. If we look at the back, these two black connectors uh, hook up to a shielded low pass band filter inside the module. And then this edge connector, bottom inside, is for the local oscillator. So when you're switching modules, you're actually switching a low pass filter and the local oscillator for that band. So if you open up, what happened to my picture here? Oh, it stopped. See if I can back up. Can I go forward? Uh-oh, something happened.
Panning around.
No, I don't get the arrows to advance. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Hang on a sec. I'm going to stop sharing for a sec here.
Yep.
I don't know what happened. Yeah, they're all there. Let's try this. Okay, let me start sharing again. Share entire screen, window, share. Something happened. I'm not getting the advanced arrows. Shoot. Anyways, okay, so this is the LPF. This is the local oscillator. Where is... So if you open one of them up, if you take the top cover off, so this board, you guys can see this, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So this is the shielded low pass band filter. There's the two connectors. And this board is the local oscillator. So we have this edge and the one underside. Oh, there's the advance button. And what they recommended is to clean these the inside of both these connectors and both sides of the edge connector. And basically, oh, sorry, I shouldn't advance that. What I should have, basically what you're doing is you're getting some very, very fine emery cloth, just lightly sand the edges on both sides, wipe it off, and then spray some deoxit in the connectors and on the board edges. So this is looking down inside that compartment where the band filters go. There is the two connectors for the low pass filter. There is the edge connector for the board edge to plug in. Now, initially, when they came out with this connector here, you see this connector. What was happening in earlier bandpass modules, that this case was actually, let's go back. No, I can't. Was too long, and what was happening was the case was hitting the connector, and you couldn't push uh, the band module all the way in and it wasn't connecting. So some of the guys, what they do is you just trim off some of the plastic, and that solved the issue. But they ended up doing an update to the bandpass filter. So with that all done, what do I do next? So time to test them. So basically, first of all, I needed a microphone. I didn't have one. The one that came with the radio was a Yaesu. Um, and I checked it out, and it looked like the condenser was gone. Um, I looked around on eBay and Amazon. They didn't have anything appropriate. There was a couple guys selling brand new ones in the States, but they were expensive and they would ship to Canada. So then I remembered back years and years ago, I built this 40-meter QRP rig, and it had a microphone that worked. So what I ended up doing was to build an adapter. So what I didn't want to do was to rewire this connector to work on here, and then it wouldn't work on the QRP rig. So I built an adapter. So when I use the microphone on this radio, I have to use the adapter. When I use on this one, I don't need the adapter. So there's my microphone setup. Now the where oh and there you go. So there's the microphone with the adapter and connecting in. Um, the next thing I wanted to do was I wanted to use my Hale Pro Set 6 headset. Um, I went through the manual. I did a couple searches and that there wasn't a real appropriate way or description of how to do it. So I asked Claude. I told him I wanted to hook up my Pro Set 6 to a 10-tech Scout, and wouldn't you know, this guy came back with a wiring diagram. Uh, no layout, but it gave a very good wiring diagram. So with my headset and some connectors and some shielded audio cable put together, I oh sorry, this is a commercial type that you can buy from Hale at the stores. They're very expensive. Um, Unfortunately, they don't have any for the earlier 10-tech Scouts. They do for the Orion and a couple others. And then this is my version. So this is the end that goes into the radio. This is your push to talk uh, socket, and then this is the jack for the microphone. And then you get it all hooked up. So there's my headset. There is the audio cable from 1/8 inch to a 1/4 inch adapter. We got the microphone plugging into the Y cable, and I've got a foot switch plugged into the PTT switch, and you can also use a handheld switch. And wouldn't you know, it works. So before I even decide to go with the mic or the headphone, I wanted to test the bandpass modules first. So what I did is I took each module, I plugged it in. I had the output through a watt meter and a 200-watt dummy load, and all I had to do was hit the tune button for 15 watts, and every uh, every band went through, and it was, some were 14, some were 16, but they all worked nicely, very nicely. Um, the uh, next step was to test them at full power, still without a mic. So what I did was I took each band module again, plugged them in. On the back, I hooked up a button to the key input. And then all I do is I hit the button and it gives me a carrier. And each band module gave me plus or minus a watt from 50, some 49, some 51. So all the radio and the band modules are working. So now I've got my headset and my microphone um, set up, ready to go. Um, And then the next thing was a case. I found this case. I think it was at Princess Auto. It was $20. I looked at it. Um, I thought the radio and the modules would all fit, but I forgot about all the cables and all the microphones. My microphone. So it turns out there was not enough room for everything. So I'm packing it like this for now. When I get a bigger case, then I'll move this to the bigger case. And I have another radio that I can put into this one. And that is it. All that's left now is at FDIMn North. I'm going to put up an antenna. I'm not sure what I'm going to put up, and then try it live. And I don't have an antenna at home. Uh, the one I have is only good up to 10 watts, so I didn't want to take a chance of burning it out. And I believe, oh, wait a minute, is there more? Oh, we're back at the beginning. So I'm going to stop sharing. Um, and that is it. Any comments, questions, or go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, very good presentation, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. And I guess because of its age, it probably could use a cleanup that you've done, which is fantastic. I'm surprised that the mic didn't work. I had no indication that there was a problem with it. So other than that, I'm glad you got the rig all going to spec, and I hope you enjoy your future QSOs with it.
Yeah, it's going camping with me in the end of July for sure. Uh, yeah, the microphone doesn't work because it's a Yaesu, uh, so it's wired wrong. And I checked the cartridge and it doesn't work. I have a Yaesu here and it doesn't work. So whoever plugged it in tried to use it probably burnt out the condenser. So I think, yeah, Peter, go ahead.
Okay, let me turn this off. Okay, Ken, I've got a couple of questions. I'll see if I can hold out. Did you ever consider? You said you were buying modules that are non-existent or too expensive. Maybe you should try thinking about homebrewing one.
People have been. Um, there's some bands that weren't available at the time, and there's a couple of guys taking um, damaged ones or used ones that don't work. And there's one guy rebuilding one for 60 meters. There's another one. I think he was looking for 20 and 15. Um, he found a couple of used ones that didn't work, and he rebuilt both for 20 and 15. And apparently they're working.
Okay,
It's
good.
Yeah, it's not a very difficult design.
It
I
probably
like,
it's probably more difficult to 3D print a module case for it.
yeah, yeah. Uh, as it turns out, I didn't have any problems with the case being too long, but some of the guys said that they had to trim some of the plastic off, and then they released an update to the cases, and apparently no more problem.
Got another question here.
Go ahead.
Since I'm up to my ears in crystals these days, I noticed on your rig there that there's one section of 4 crystals, so I'm assuming that's the IF. I also noticed there was another section where it had 3 crystals. What are they for?
Inside the radio?
Yeah.
Oh, tell you the truth, I didn't even notice. Yeah, for the IF. Yeah,
For what,
definitely
sorry?
for the IF, and probably uh, uh, there's there's a board in there that what it does is it's like it detects when the frequency starts to drift, and it will do a comparison and fix the drifting and stop it. Um, in the early uh, when they uh, uh, when they first came out, there was an issue with after prolonged use, like 2 hours, you could see that the frequency was drifting slowly, and some of the guys on the forum said that if you notice it drift, what you do is you turn off the radio and then turn it back on right away, key it up, and you'll see that the transmit frequency is um, too low, um, because the what you're seeing on the readout is the receive, and when you're in transmit, it drops or raises by 750 hertz, but you don't see that on the display. I think Frank's brother initially had this issue. Tentec was offering a fix for this. All you had to do was send your radio in. They would do the fix and then they would send it back. Um, his brother apparently uh, headed that way for a week, and they had it fixed for him in 24 hours. And then his brother came back, and apparently it was fixed. His brother had written a note about this in the manual, so that gave me a good hint of what was going on.
Okay. I have another question, but I think I'll turn over to somebody else and let my tongue rest.
Yeah.
I'll come back to you.
I think Drew was next in line.
Well, I really enjoyed that, Ken. I have one as well, so I was very interested in knowing what you did to clean them up, especially taking the modules apart, which I haven't done yet. I did buy a tiny little bottle of deoxit because, being on a fixed income, that stuff's too expensive to buy in a spray can. So I admire your spray can there. I was just wondering if you had to do any realignment of anything.
No, I haven't looked at that yet. The manual for this radio is excellent.
Yes.
When they come to explaining any of their boards, they explain how it works, and then they give you a step-by-step calibration procedure.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. So what I plan to do is I'm going to go through that and check it out and see how it works.
Well, or even if you need it, I mean, it may not require it. I found that these Tentecs are bulletproof. I mean, they're amazing little radios.
Oh yeah.
The only one I have an Omni D, which I have to take apart. It also has that tuning system, and it's seized up. Got to loosen it up. So I've been lucky with the Scout that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
What-
Apparently, on the forum too, a couple of guys have to fix their PTO
Yep.
system. Actually, what they did is they ended up buying used ones off friends or off eBay, whatever.
Oh
And,
yeah.
yeah, PTO is jammed. So one of the guys actually has a procedure written out how to do it, how to take it out, how to unseize it, how to fix it. So, yeah.
Yeah, one of our members did it for. He has an Omni 6, I think, and it's a very difficult thing to do. It's not easy.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys ever actually looked at it. The case is actually consists of the two sides, the front and the back. There's no other metal framing. The whole thing's held together by the boards.
Yep.
And so far, so good.
Yeah, well, it's great. I look forward to hearing you. You're going to have a schedule on when you're up the 4 days of May?
Yeah. Once it gets set up, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I'll post it on the groups or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep,
Just
no,
before we
that's good.
move on, Ken, sorry, you said the PTO. What part of that is the radio?
That's the tuning.
Tuning.
Permittivity, permeability
Permeability tuned
tuned
oscillator?
oscillator. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
I
basically,
have.
it's a coil with a slug going through it.
Huh.
And what I've seen and what I've read, it's actually built very well. The only way you can actually, well, over time, like if you don't use it for a long time, it sometimes gets stuck. Some of the guys just go in and they deox it a little bit. There was a couple of guys said that they dropped theirs and it bent the shaft on the PTO, so they had to get it rebuilt. But the thing is built like a brick bleep house.
Okay.
And
I see Al has his hand up. Come on in, Al.
Yeah, thanks. Ken, looks like you're having a lot of fun. More of a question for the whole group. Is everybody getting bandwidth problems? I'd say 50% of Ken's presentation was blanked out on me. Is everybody else experiencing the same? Any
Mine
feedback?
was okay. I was fine.
No issue here.
yeah, actually,
I actually have had a few dropouts, but nowhere near like the last meeting.
yeah, if you actually hold your mouse over your icon in the top left corner, there's a little square, and if you hold your mouse on it, it'll display what your bandwidth is being used and what quality it is. Like I'm looking at Kevin's right now, and he's got good. I think everybody's got good as far as I can see.
Well, it's certainly good right now, but when you were sharing, it wasn't very good. Anyhow,
Yeah.
maybe it's more on my side. Thanks.
Anybody else? Did you have more questions, Peter?
Yeah, I did. On the module, it looked like the jacks for the RF on the module. It looked like they were power jacks to me. Are they?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they are.
Oh, weird, eh? Okay.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same jacks and that we use on our projects, our group projects. I got a whole bag of 200 of them here.
What, DC power jacks?
Yeah,
And you use them for RF? Huh.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I think that's about it for questions.
Yeah. I gotta say, this project was probably the most enjoyable one I had yet. Going through the manual, understanding what's going on. The manual is excellent, very well done. So like if you guys are ever, if you come across a scout and you're really interested, pick it up because you'll never see another one around. Very seldom. Very hard to get.
I guess on par with maybe Elecraft level of documentation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or maybe even Heathkit back in the day.
Yeah. They don't go through the sketches like Heathkit did, but they have the board layout. They'll have parts highlighted as to how to do an alignment, whatever.
But was it as good as Frank's manuals?
I think they're at par. Not to put down your manuals, Frank. It's very well done.
Thanks a lot for the comments.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Ken, for that detailed overview. So look forward to having a peek at it. Obviously, you're going to bring everything along with you that goes with it, manuals and what you've collated together, right? So
Everything.
put her on the air.
Yeah. I actually have a FT891 still in a box from 2 years ago. I plan on bringing that out as well.
Nice. Okay. So a update on our FDIMn North plans for next week. Payment went through for the house that we're renting several days ago, so that is final and non-refundable. So we are committed to that. I'm going to be sending out a confirmation request just for attendance. I'll do that via spreadsheet. I think that's the simplest way to do things. I still do have a list of people that had committed several meetings ago in front of me here, but what I'll be doing is after the meeting, I'll post a link to a spreadsheet. We used that for a previous event that was up at my cottage, and if I can here, I will share the spreadsheet on the screen. So hopefully this comes through. Yep, that should be showing on most of your screens, if not all. So anyway, I'll share this out. It's a Google Sheets with essentially 3 sections to it. One of them indicating your attendance by name with your planned arrival details, date and time. Food. That is something that we try to plan out somewhat, but it's not too big a deal. Everything always works out in the end with that. But essentially, just put your name down. You can see, it's broken out by day and indicates who's bringing what. So just feel free to fill in things that would be acceptable to everybody. Pretty straightforward kind of things usually appear. And there is a full kitchen. So, if you have to do any kind of preparation or final cooking, that is more than easily done there. There's a section at the bottom if you're just bringing miscellaneous stuff to share with everybody. So you can fill that in, and a brief overview of the activities that are happening high level, which is essentially the Zoom session from down in Dayton that we'll be doing on Thursday, and the nuclear power plant booking for a tour still has to be confirmed, but we're aiming to do that on the Friday. So Peter had generated a sheet that had a little bit more detail of what day by day think people were planning on doing, just so that those that are not coming for the entire event can target specific days. And, so I'll make sure a link to that is available. And if you're just coming on, specific days, you can note that on the attendance portion of this spreadsheet. So I guess, is there anyone who has previously indicated a desire to come that is present here that is not going to, that plans have changed?
Eric? Eric?
Peter, yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
my plans have changed somewhat. I'm probably at best a couple of day trips.
Right.
Instead of
Okay.
arriving Wednesday and going home Sunday, I'm likely to be doing a Friday and a Saturday is what I'm hoping to be able to do, but they'd be a day trip. And
Okay.
that's also dependent on if I can get off this morphine.
Right.
But we'll see. But otherwise, that's what my plan is. Other than the Friday, we were planning. Don't go to the Darlington. That's when we're having our backplane meeting.
I could get you off your morphine real fast if you want. I've got stuff that I usually carry in the trunk of my car, so it might give you the DTs darn quickly though. So
Anyway, I should know. I mean, I would say probably Monday next week, I'll have a pretty fair idea of how it's going.
okay, fair enough. All right. And if that's it, then that is good. All right. So I think, does anyone have any questions about the event next week, week today till Sunday, so Wednesday to Sunday? Anybody have any comments or questions? Howard?
Eric, where did you say you were going to post the schedule?
I'll put a link to the spreadsheet on the groups. Actually, no, I'm probably going to email it out to the people that had indicated that they were coming. I think that's what we've done in the past, because the groups.io tends to be a bit of a larger, more random crowd, if you know what I mean. So I've got a list of everybody that has indicated, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus myself, that are coming at least for a day or more. So yeah, it'll be a direct email. I think that's the best way to do it.
Okay.
And we'll also have some discussion on the WhatsApp group, which I believe everybody that is attending, I'll double check, but I think everybody that's attending is on that group chat as well that has WhatsApp anyway. So,
Okay, thanks.
yeah, no problem. Ken, please come in.
Oh, I just wanted to, Michael, I've got your lunch bags from the last trip to Eric's cottage.
You do? What lunch bag? I don't
Yeah.
even remember that. Okay.
Yeah, there's actually 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
I guess he had left them behind, so I picked them up and threw them in the back of my car.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Can I ask Mike? I just had a quick question. If I might.
Yeah, please.
Eric, is Wednesday going to be a full day, like starting early? Because Wayne and I are coming up on Wednesday, but I wanted to know,
We have access to the house at 3 p.m. So that's my that's my intended arrival time is 3 p.m. or thereabouts. So
Oh, that's good to know. So we won't rush to get out of here on Wednesday then. Okay, good.
right. Okay. No, I'm glad you brought up the return of the items. That's what this tends to be, is a return of everything that people forgot from the previous event. Kevin, I've got your potato bag clip to return to you. I know you've been messing it for a long time. It's a red clip that has your name on it. It says this clip was stolen from Kevin VA3KHH. So
and I really missed it. I can tell you my life has not been the same without it.
I can exchange it for a Hackspace magazine.
Oh.
Every night I cry myself to sleep. But anyway, was that out loud? Sorry. All right. Ken?
Yeah, what's the agenda Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? Because I'm not going to be there till Friday, probably, I don't know, mid to late morning.
Well, other than what I showed there earlier, Friday we were looking at doing a day trip down to Darlington. But Peter, did you want to jump in, since your spreadsheet is what I was about to discuss?
Yeah, I don't think I'm not even sure what that spreadsheet is now. It's like I said, the only thing that I'm aware for Friday would be the all the guys that are on the backplane radio team are planning to have a get together on the Friday to discuss all that. So I kind of hope I'm not going to be the only one sitting up at the house and everybody's down in Darlington.
Well, we'll definitely.
Not do both?
coordinate that.
But we could move the backplane meeting to Saturday too if we're going to Darlington on Friday. I mean, that's easy enough to do, right? You were going to be there both days, Peter?
I'm planning on Friday and Saturday. It all depends on how things go, right?
Mhm.
I will be totally honest. Actually, looking at the detailed agenda that you drew up here, Peter, it was very open, except for the backplane meeting. So
Here you go.
like as far as-
Backplanes in ink. Darlington.
yeah, that's right. It's in stone, actually. Everything else is inked here, but you have a lot of ideas here, but nothing was actually specified for the day. So, Thursday is like I said, virtual symposium from 9 till 5, basically, with all the speakers, and Friday backplane meeting / Darlington. Darlington is probably just going to be a few hours, right? It's not going to be the whole
You
day.
don't need, yeah, you won't need a whole day. That's for sure.
It's like an hour to get there each way, and maybe 2 hours there or something like that. So
Yeah, 'cause
I'd say,
Do it
I
at
may
8
not-
o'clock in the morning because I don't want to be driving home at 10 o'clock at night.
and I may not be there on Saturday, so depending on the weather.
And it only takes 5 minutes to get radiated.
Hey, Eric, just a note I saw this morning. The symposium is actually the first lecture starting at 8 a.m. this year.
oh, okay, all right. I think that's earlier than previous.
Yes,
but,
it is. Yeah, it is. They've got extra speakers, and so they're actually starting.
We had an
earlier.
early start our last trip at 4 days in May.
Okay. Yeah, because I looked at the speaker schedule and I did not see the times, but
Came out today.
Just came. Okay. All right.
Not
Emailed, I suppose.
Not only is it starting early this year, they've also they've got an overflow, and they're going to use another room and stuff other people in another room.
With the doors open between the rooms.
I was hoping to have the symposium. Sorry, not not symposium. The what's it called? The proceedings. But I think somebody mentioned they don't get sent till afterwards. But I was hoping maybe I'd get an advanced copy. I ordered a T-shirt from them, and I was hoping that they would tuck in the proceedings, like an early copy, if I teased them with a T-shirt order. But no, that did not happen. So anyway, there you go.
I didn't see anything written this year, but last year they said the proceedings wouldn't be mailed out until after 4 days in May. But whether they do that this year, I don't know.
Yeah, well, she did. The person acknowledged who I think it's actually a Canadian that's handling the orders and all that, because she responded and said, got all your orders or whatever, and proceedings to be mailed out, but didn't say when. So anyhow, that's that.
If somebody could find, if Eric or Peter, if you happen to find that list of things, of topics, that would be handy. I know I've got one around here somewhere, I think, but I can't find it. I think it was an email, but I can't find it anymore. So if somebody's got it and can send it, that'd be great.
I think what happened was after we started to put a preliminary list together, it never went any further because in the end we decided that we almost would freewheel it for the most part because there was so much to do, just like doing whatever you feel like doing.
Okay, yeah.
On a particular day, for the most part.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I guess everybody's just staring at the spreadsheet at the moment, aren't they? Or at least that's still being shared. Well, I guess I'm going to stop sharing now. I'm going to share another. No, I guess that's all you can do. You can't flip. Once you've shared something, you can't unshare. Sorry, you can't flip to another tab, I mean. So, all right. So we'll move on to the round table, if that works for everybody. We're doing all right on time. So, Al, what's going on with you? I see you're first up on my screen.
First up, that's very prestigious. Anyhow, not too much. I'm slowly setting up the shack and the workshop now. Had the basement finished, so that's good. It's the old 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards. Got everything done, and wouldn't you know, the sewer backed up. Had to replace all the flooring in the basement again. So it wasn't down there for 2 months, and had to replace it all. Anyhow, we're putting things back together, and hopefully we'll actually be able to solder some wires within the next month or a couple of weeks, I hope. So apart from that, not much else. My radio plane is really mobile right now. It's the only operating shack I've got. So, but I'll have hopefully more interesting things to report on next meeting. So back to you, Eric.
Okay, very good. By the way, Al, if you want to open your chat, I sent a message directly to you, so you might want to have a look at that.
Okay, I
But
will.
yeah, I think it should still be there. I believe it shows history. So, okay, thank you, Al. Looking forward to that. Getting things straightened out, and hopefully that's the last sewer backup for you. Drew, what's new out your way?
Well, what's new out my way? Working on my boat, so time on radio is partial. Last time, I think it was the last time, I mentioned that I was trying to install something with Docker, and I got some interesting advice here about needing 4 gigs on a Pi. Anyway, it's a program called Ground Station, and I use it for receiving weather satellites. And I got it to install with some perseverance. Haven't got the weather satellite. I used to receive weather satellites all the time. The Americans stopped broadcasting. Now it's on Russian only. And for some reason, I haven't quite got it dialed in yet. Everything's working. But it was interesting to get it running. And after the last session I was with this crowd, I went and gave some more thought to it and a little more work, and it worked. Let's see, I put together a weather beacon on Meshtastic, which absolutely no one can hear because I don't think there's anybody near me. But that was an interesting experience with using Claude. And I built the code with Claude and discovered a lot of mistakes I was making with the use of tokens. Learned a great deal about tokens. There was a posting on your email reflector, I think 2 days ago, a very, very detailed methodology for using AI for coding. I think, Charlie, you had asked about it, but one person answered with a very detailed, that's a very, very good response on the AI usage.
Yeah, that was Dave.
To do coding. It was quite interesting. Anyways, that works very well. And it's running away here. Other than that, not much on the radio, doing some FT8, that's about it. I haven't built an antenna in a while, and I've been building a generator, a windmill generator. So I haven't done that much more radio.
Okay, there was actually a couple more posts recently, I think yesterday, today, on that same thread about AI that had some interesting links you might want to check out, Drew. So.
Yeah. I saw the one, Ian Harris, I think, was one of the fellows.
I think he's the one who did the long email with all the code in it.
Yeah. Anyways, no, it was very, very helpful anyways. Thanks.
Right. Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing, Drew. That is great. Charlie, what's up? Your name is finally up. It said fellow Jitster for most of the meeting. So. I don't even know how you do that, but there you go.
I'll show you sometime. I just discovered how myself a few minutes ago. So
okay.
I changed it back.
Who's this interloper?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, what have I been up to? So for a few months now, I've been playing off and on with AI for coding, and had decided Claude was the way to go. And Dave and I have been exchanging notes off to the side about using AI for coding. I've got to the point where the kind of questions I'm asking Claude are complex enough that I use up all the tokens of a free account before I actually get an answer to my question. So I broke down and I bought a subscription to Claude, and I've been playing with Claude for the last couple of days. Very impressed with the quality of code that's created, and it's just excellent stuff. Besides doing that, I've been doing a little bit of 3D printing. I've been working on a radio with a group of folks up here that's it's basically a super het radio. There are some issues with it, so I've spent a lot of hours trying to figure out what the heck's going on with one of the bandpass filters and why it's not behaving like it should be behaving. And then running some code to create a digital DCO for it, so that we can tune a new upper and lower sideband and that kind of stuff. So lots of time spent on that. 3D printing a case for it. When I get frustrated with the electronics portion of it, I go do some mechanical stuff for a bit. And when I don't want to touch any of those things, I get into deep conversations with Claude about coding and other things. By the way, Claude also has some opinions on hardware design, which is kind of interesting. I've got some information there, but I haven't yet been able to verify just the quality of what it is. I was asking about this filter that's been giving me some grief, and Claude made some suggestions, but I still have to implement those changes and see if in fact it does what I want it to do. Anyway, that's about it for me. Just that and prepping for next week.
Okay, great. That's funny because I had mentioned about or brought up as a topic of interest, talking about our adventures in AI would be a good topic to do at one of our meetings, but I got a little pushback from he who is not here. This meeting said something like, I would rather stick needles in my eyeballs or to that effect. But, it seems everybody talks about it, quite a bit as far as, new developments or what they found, that they're able to do, and the contrasting different engines. So
yeah, Eric, I had started working on a presentation. It was basically AI versus OOI. What's the best way to get your code done? But I kind of got down a few rabbit holes and haven't got anywhere near completing it yet. So Dave is safe for the discussion for a while. He's still way better than the AI, I think.
All right. Nice. Okay. All right. Very interesting. Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Charlie. All right. Frank, let's keep you busy.
Okay, I think we're all set there. Well, that was a real good introduction to some comments I was planning to give you, which I will do. All about AI. Everybody's talking about it, everybody's doing it and whatnot, so I put my big toe into the water and see exactly what this was all about. And as a complete novice to AI, I found it rather interesting. I followed pretty well most of what Charlie was talking about there, and combining it with 3D printing, which I don't have a 3D printer, but my son does, and collaborating with him, trying to make a case for a homebrew radio. So with that, and then the homebrew radio, I had a software design using Arduino, And then I went into AI and tried to put the sketch in so that we could have a basis, AI and myself, on discussing it. What happened was the chat GPT took it right away, and we were able to continue on. And AI gave me a few hints of doing things a little differently. So that really worked out. I tried Claude, and it wouldn't accept my Arduino sketch. So must be something I did wrong, because mostly any AI software that I have tried has all been the same, and then worked the same basically, some better than others. As far as paying, I did buy a couple of weeks on Chat GPT, but the 2 weeks ran out before I had a chance to do very much with it. Maybe I worked on it one day, and that's it. So with my limited time, that the Chat GPT is working well for me without paying anything so far. It did time out once, and by that time I was pretty tired, and I left it. And the next day, of course, I had some more time on it. So I haven't figured out how it measures it, or whatever the parameters are to count down your free time. But as I say, I'm just learning about this stuff, and what was posted, I went through it, and it's so far over my head that I couldn't even quite understand what it was all about. So that's basically what I've been doing, just playing around and learning. And that's the important thing about ham radio. It's always a learning curve. So back to you, Eric.
Yeah, I think Ken has a comment for you.
Yeah, Frank, if I do this quite a bit on Claude. I use Claude every day. Our whole company is gearing towards 99% Claude, no more hand coding. Um, you can actually, if there's something you don't understand, um, highlight the text that ChatGPT uh, um, put out, and ask a question. Can you explain this to me? And then paste it into the chat box, and the bot will actually explain it to you. Now, the downfall of that is if you're on a free account, it's going to use up tokens.
Right. Okay, I'll give that a try. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you for that, Frank. Appreciate the update. And Ken, while you're still on the line, so to speak, you're up next.
Alrighty. Yeah, so not much going on except for the scout. Once it's done, and I'm happy with it. It's going camping with me. I got a wish list of things I want to get done. I'm able to find more time than I did before, um, but nothing planned right now. But one of the things I picked up was, where's my camera? One of the things I picked up, there it is. Some new reading material. I don't know if I can get this into focus.
Yes, I remember you posted this.
Yeah. It just it released from publishing end of February, and I would say it's an intermediate level read about how to use satellites in ham radio. So that's my next reading list.
Who's it published by? Is it a radio club? Or?
It is published. Where is it?
It wasn't ARRL or
it was
RSGB.
actually published in Bolton by Amazon.
It's so it's a self-published book then.
Written by Harrison J. Mitchell.
Yeah, that's one of those things, print on demand things that Amazon offers. Interesting. Is it a Canadian that wrote it?
Let's see, did they have his description here, or biography, or copyright 2026? I would have to say I'm guessing American, but it could be Canadian.
Yeah.
I'd have to look them up.
Yeah. Okay.
It's $20, and it's a fresh publication.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Amazon's got a couple other ones. There was another one that was published in February as well. And I think that is it. My wish list that I was talking about before is that I got a list going of past buildathon projects that weren't completed. So I'm going to take a look at that and start to prioritize what I want to get done. And that be it.
Oh.
Crap.
I love it. What's that? Yeah, crap. Yeah. Double Charlie horse. That's nice. Oh. Sorry about that. Quick stretch there. I don't know why that happened. Usually it happens when I've been doing some unusual exertion, but I've just been sitting in conference chairs all week. All right. Thank you, Ken. Michael, come on in.
Yeah, so I've been spending almost all my time on the audio amplifier for the backplane radio, and I finally got it working. I put it all together, got all the parts, and put them all in, and much to my chagrin, I soldered in a pot to the audio output instead of the audio output connection to the speaker, and that entailed trying to get it out, and got it out, destroyed the pot, had trouble. I fortunately was able to clear the holes of the solder, and that happened with that. That worked fine. I've been having trouble with the tone control board, the tone control part of the board, and had to take a pot out there, and unfortunately it damaged the plating. So what I've got the pot, a regular type of pot connected directly to the components on the board, which seems to work. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is get myself a little piece of sheet metal and attach the pots to that, and that way you can sort of fiddle with them without having flopping around. Anyway, it's been an experience. I've learned a lot, and with Peter's help, and as far as AI is concerned, that's been interesting as well. I haven't got to using Claude. I did ask ChatGPT when I was fiddling around with common mode chokes. I think it was last year. I asked it about common mode chokes, and it gave me a sort of a general answer. Didn't say a lot that I didn't already know, but it was interesting, and I never really followed it up. But as far as this audio amplifier board is concerned, the question of how the tone control stuff works. There's two pots on the board, and one's treble and one's bass, and there's a paper out there describing Baxendall, I think. Baxendall is the name of the guy who developed it originally, and the board, the circuit we're using has basically his circuit in it. Anyway, I asked it generally, what do the components on the board do on the tone control part, and it told me, and Peter and I eventually asked it, well, what component values should we be using, and it gave some advice on that, which Peter implemented for the bass, and what the chat GPT had told us works quite well, and Peter had another change as well. So now we have a bass part of the board that works, and the treble works as well, and it works in the sense that you can see when you run an LT Spice simulation using the suggested components. You can see when you look at, if you model the pot, you can see that changes in the pots affect the output, but I haven't been able to hear that with the treble side of the board anyway. I haven't tried adjusting the bass side, because the last time I adjusted one of these 100K pots, that pot is now a 45K pot, not a 100K pot, and I don't know quite what happened to it. So that I'm using a rotary pot for the moment, the normal type pot. So yeah, that's pretty well what I've been up to. Managed to figure this tone control stuff out. I did also, with Peter's suggested, the spectrum analyzer, Siglent spectrum analyzer has an audio output, and you can set it up. So you can set up an FM station, for example, and you can play the FM station audio out through the spectrum analyzer. It's got a 3.5 millimeter connector, and you can play the audio out through that, and it's at a level that works with the audio amp, which is kind of interesting. So you can hear what's coming through your spectrum analyzer, an FM station. And also I've got it set up so the audio from my phone plays through the board. So the board clearly works after a fashion. It's not hi-fi for sure, but it's pretty good. So that's what I'm up to. I still haven't done my DCR. That's down the road, I guess, eventually when I get to it. And that's about it for me.
Are you planning on bringing the backplane?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna bring the backplane. It's all here, and I'm gonna bring it with me, and we can demo it. And I don't know whether Peter's gonna bring his Super Hat, a version of the Super Hat. I don't know, but I'm bringing this, such as it is. Anyway, yeah, and all my test equipment as well. And Wayne Harrison and I are coming up for a couple of day trips. Anyway, yeah.
Great. All right. Thanks very much for that. Lots of detail, lots going on. So I will perhaps pass over you, Peter, in deference.
Why?
Well, for obvious reasons. Yeah.
I can speak.
But you're okay? Yeah.
Yeah. I've been resting for a while.
All right.
Okay, yes, I'm going to bring up all my backplane stuff. I've been spending the last, I can't do much of anything except mowing and growing, and nobody here will listen to me. So I've been going to the shack and working on my stuff. I finally finished installing all the components in the Superhet board version 4 today. It survived the power test with no smoke. So I installed all the. So anyways, it's ready to go tomorrow for the RF testing and setup and whatnot. So hopefully that will go well. I've also spent an inordinate amount of time on crystal characterization. I've been working with a spreadsheet at the same time, and that's taken a long time to develop. But between Claude and another AI and whatnot, they're a big help in doing this. So I think I've got something pretty much finished, at least as far as using the Park SNA to characterize, to get your information. I also took notice of an idea that you could use a spectrum analyzer to get some of those parameters, and they might be enough and good enough to characterize a crystal. So if that does in fact work out, that the SA is as good or almost as good as the SNA, then that would certainly speed up characterizing the crystals. Of course, you won't be able to get the LM and CM from a spectrum analyzer. But anyway, that's a work in progress. I also built Kevin's power supply board. And of course, I let the smoke out of that the other day. And I've ordered some parts to do some repairs on that, but they won't be here in time for bring that up to 4 days of May North. But I do plan to bring everything up there, so at least we can all see it together. As far as test gear, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do there just yet. I probably will work a little bit more on the crystal spreadsheet stuff, especially on the spectrum analyzer side. I'm not sure. But anyway, we'll see what happens. But that's pretty much... I couldn't find my op amp, so I decided best to clean up the shack. And I needed to put into the super headboard. So I had no choice. So I started cleaning the shack up and putting things away. And then I remembered that the chip was in the Phoenix board, so it wasn't really lost. So I stopped cleaning the shack up and went back to the super headboard. Anyway, that's it, Kevin. Eric, whatever your name is.
All right, very good. Okay, well, thanks for the update. I think you've been the busiest of everybody in attendance here. So, but I mean,
it's been spread over a long period of time. Sometimes I only get into the shack for about an hour, and then I give up. And you know how it goes.
Yeah. Hopefully, you've been busy on the 6 string as you have in the shack.
You know what? Unfortunately, since I've had the operation, I've not really. I've maybe played a total of about 15 minutes on my guitar, so my calluses are gone. I did pick the guitar up the other day there. It lasted about 5 minutes, and my fingers were killing me. So unfortunately, that's taken the back seat, but I sure miss it.
Yeah. Okay, well, we can discuss offline, I guess, Ruby Tuesday. See if that's going to make an appearance next week. All right. Thanks, Peter. Howard, what's going on in your neck of the woods?
No, not too much. Working on the T41 again, that modified EQ board, and also the working on that receiver in the 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz world that I've delved into. Well, that's about it.
Okay. All right. Looking forward to seeing you up there next week. So that's great. Okay. Kevin, out in Stratford. What's happening in the, well, I shouldn't say the far west. That would be Frank, but the near west. How's the weather up there?
Like some of the other guys, yeah, it's still snowing. We have snowbanks. No, I'm just kidding. Like the other, working on the backplane stuff because Peter keeps smoking stuff. So anyway, so yeah, Peter, I'm going to have enough boards for everybody next week with all the parts. So, and I ordered some more resistors that I needed for tomorrow. They should be here tomorrow. So I'm going to see if I can modify all those power supplies to be a little less, a little more robust. How's that? So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, other than that, I've been playing a little bit of AI. Like I downloaded, but I'm taking a different tact from most of the people here. I don't want to pay AI guys. I'd rather try and run it locally if I can get some help that way. And so at the moment, I've been playing with Code Gemma a bit, which is the Google one. And I mean, I was able to write a little script that went and talked to my spectrum analyzer and set up the comms and make sure it all works and everything. I mean, and I, you know, and it does that for free. So, and I can run it all day if I want. So anyway, I'm sure I can't do all the complicated stuff like some of the other things, but so far it seems okay-ish. Other than that, looking forward to doing some radio next week. That's about it.
I didn't realize Gemini has its own thing, this Gemini Code Assist. Is that what it is?
Yeah, well, you can. There's a program called Olama that you can run, that you can pull downloadable, runnable, locally runnable models, right? I mean, you can use the Meta one, which is Llama. You can use I think Claude has a downloadable one. You know, Google the DeepSeek, you know, from China, you can download, and these are smaller versions, quantized versions of the big models, and you can run it locally. But if you've got a NVIDIA GPU, you can run it locally if you got enough memory. So anyway, I've been messing around with that.
Interesting. Okay. Maybe you can discuss that a little bit further up at FDIMn North.
I don't really want to drag my big desktop PC with all the NVIDIA stuff in it, but yeah, I can talk about it a bit. I wonder if I could run it. I've got another one. You know what? I should try running it on one of my laptops because I have a small NVIDIA GPU in there as well. So but it's older. It's really old. I don't know. Anyway.
Eric, I have a question. Could I ask?
Yes, Michael, go ahead. Yeah.
The power supply board, the original design that you put together, Kevin, it had one chip in the schematic, and you're now using this 5450 chip, I think it was, that you and Peter have been discussing. That just drops in place of the other one, doesn't it? That's really what you're doing there, right?
Well, there's actually two different chips because there's three different power supplies. So
okay.
The single-ended power supply is a different chip altogether. It's a little one that Charlie recommended. And then the dual power supplies are this 5450. So
okay.
But that's
might be good.
And I have a bunch of those. I have 10 of those as well, 10 spares.
Oh, okay. Okay, thanks, Kevin. That's good. I just thanks.
Yep, no problem.
Okay. Actually, I'm going to jump in here for a moment. I've been doing very little when it comes to RF. Again, I've just been busy with work things as of late, but I did make a connection that is RF related, nothing to do with home brewing, of course. But I'll try and share this. I've heard of this place in St. Lucia. It's you may be familiar with it. You know, basically, Ham from Texas has set up I guess on a property that they own, a vacation spot for hams in the Caribbean, where you can do your operating. You know, the villa that they rent has a full ham shack set up in it. So kind of pricey, but turns out I'm going to find myself there in about a year, not quite a year and a half, but the fall of 2027, next year, I'm going to be on St. Lucia for business. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So yeah, I think I'm gonna actually check this place out. Maybe do a little DXing. So anyway, interesting. I just, like I said, made the connection. I bookmarked this place years ago and said, oh, that is where I've just found out this last weekend that I'm going to be down there. So Ken, come on in.
Yeah, this guy is he's on the software controlled ham radio group. He actually also assists in putting together kits for them. He has other properties as well. He's got a ranch that he rents out. I think he's in Texas, but he's living in St. Lucia. I'm not quite sure. But if you go to the software controlled group and you can see his emails, at the bottom of his emails is a description of what he has to rent.
Yeah. So I'm not really planning on staying at his place, but at least a visit I think would be kind of cool. And then maybe we'll make this a SOAREX group trip someday. Who knows?
Yeah, I'd love it. I'd love it.
I don't know if the place will accommodate like 10 people, but I'm sure if we split it between a few, it would be a little bit more reasonable. So
Yeah, there's one in Costa Rica as well. I was looking into it. Um, it wasn't too far from the resort where we were staying, um, but apparently it's very nice. And yeah, of course, yeah, it's pricey, but they can they'll have a full layout of gear, antennas, towers, all that stuff, or they can accommodate you bringing your own stuff as well.
right. Yep, that's true. I think that is an option that I recall. So
And
anyway,
they will also assist you getting a uh, what do they call a license to be licensed over
local. Right. Jerry.
Yeah, I think normally this guy has uh, is always there in that Dayton Hamfest. He has a tent. Every year I have seen him over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. I can't remember. I can't recall, but yeah, interesting. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to share that little connection that I just discovered a few days ago. So we'll see how the cookie crumbles, so to speak. But Cherry, while you're unmuted, come on and tell us what you've been up to.
Yeah, I've not been up to any of the Hamfests. I'll be telling a lie if I say this. No, I've been to there to all the recent Hamfest, the one at Smith Falls, and one before that. I forgot where was it actually. Uh, yeah, I think a couple of them recently, other than the Quebec one, and planning to go to this weekend. Also, there is one at Barrie, I think. Yeah,
Barrie, right?
Yeah, planning to go to that, and trying to get to some homebrew and stuff, but not being able to start some things. This year, I've taken some determination to do some products, at least. So that's one antenna, probably the copper, and probably one project which I'm trying to choose, what to start with. And coming to the FDIMn North, so most probably I'm thinking of coming and dropping by on Saturday, May 16th, even though I have not put my name, but I'm still thinking which day to come. My wife is making some plans to go somewhere. So if that is not taking place, most probably the 16th is what I'm thinking. Probably I'll make it a day trip.
After the Hamfest.
Which Hamfest?
The Barrie one, right? In the morning?
No, Barrie one is in this weekend.
Oh, that's this weekend. That's this week. Yeah. Right.
There is no other Hamfest than the Dayton one.
It probably gave you a heart attack, right?
No, there is no other Hamfest other than the Dayton one. Hope we can go to that soon in the future. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, not planning to go this year.
Well, you could tell your wife that it was a 4-day Hamfest out, near Rice Lake that you have to go to. So. Extended Hamfest.
Yeah. So, yeah, probably the 16th is what I'm thinking. Yeah. And Kevin, if you are still online, I put a message, on the chat. If you can take a look, Kevin. Yeah. That's all. Thank you. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, Cherry. All right. Well, that brings to a close the everybody chiming in, as far as I can tell, who's on. So that is pretty much that, I think, for the meeting, unless anyone has something to bring up. And if not, I'm going to ask that Al and Michael, if you could both hang on for a moment after the meeting ends. But beyond that, I will bid you all a good night, 7-3 to all, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Well, I'll see a lot of you in a week, but everybody else in a couple.
Yeah, very good. Well, good night.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
73 to all.
Good night. Yeah.
Good night.